G'day guys. I was worried for a big part of this live. I've actually painted the entire canvas white and I was worried we might not be able to get live. But we have. And that's pretty special because today is pretty special. What's behind me? So no pictures, no nothing. We're just going to paint that. Our goal is just to the left of what you see here, that Bahutakawa and that mountain behind. We're going to be capturing that. That's going to be grade A, most important area. And the grass and that beautiful, beautiful lake. So you're not usually on this higher angle, but you need it today, guys. You need it because if you're not up high, you won't be able to see the lake. And if you can't see the lake, we've got to ask ourselves, what are we doing? I might even put you up higher, right up there. I'm going to really tilt you down onto me. There we go. This way we can get maximum bang for buck on what we're looking at today. So this is New Zealand. This is a place in New Zealand called Tarawera. Tarawera is most actually on the world stage. This place is known for being the place where the pink and white terraces used to be. Literally a couple of kilometers that way. The pink and white terraces, the 8th wonder of the world, used to be just over there, and we missed it by the tiniest little margin in like the talk of years in geometry or not geography or whatever. We only just missed it. We only just missed it. It was just down there. That would be, if I could ever go back to one point in time, I would go back just a few hundred years and see what the pink and white terraces look like. We just missed it. But anyway, this area is where the pink and white terraces were. Be it over that way. We've got a massive canvas. I've painted it white. I'm not being a dick. I have actually painted it white. So it's a wet on wet technique. And massive canvas. I've painted it white. I'm not being a dick. I have actually painted it white. So it's a wet on wet technique. And cream. It goes all over the surface, and once it's all over the surface, when I add brush strokes, smooth and sexy, not dry. If you get dry, the environment doesn't look moist and fun and perky and vibrant. It kind of just looks, well, that, dry. If I was painting a desert, wet on dry is mean. This is a luscious environment. Look behind me here, it's a lake. So, wet on wet is our technique here. Now, we've got that all teed up. We've done it with this brush here, and we're using dirty bristle brushes. See that? There's a dirty bristle brush, and the reason it's a dirty bristle brush, so that 10 times fast, dirty bristle brush, dirty bristle, I can't even do it twice. The reason we're doing that is it leaves behind the brush strokes. Now the linseed oil is going to cancel it out a little bit. It's going to make the aggressive perky brush strokes a little bit flatter, but these are going to really try and work to show off where the brush has been and how it was there. We don't want perfectly flat pictures. If we wanted perfectly flat pictures, we'd work on an iPad. We're not on an iPad, we're out in nature. So, I want to show off the brush strokes. I want to show that a real human made this, and there was a process, and when you look at it, you can see a little bit of what that process was. Now, I hope you don't mind. You're kind of like a fly on the wall up there. I'm trying to reach up and talk to you, but I think this new angle is going to be fun. Morena Peri, welcome on in. Ooh, Roshima, nearby. This is Tarawera, so yes, Peri, you nailed it. Nah, happy as. Right. Ready. Primo. I'm going to keep this white plate. That's not a bird poo, that's my white paint. Over to the side here. How am I? I'm fantastic, Arsenal. How are you doing? I've got a coffee. It's sunrise here in New Zealand. And after I finish stalling, I've got a painting to make. So that's fun. Now, what colours are we going to kick off with? Oh, quick wildcard team. Indonesia, all right. Indonesia is not the whole thing though. Whereabouts in Indonesia? We're talking Java, We're talking barley, lombok, gillies. Cleaning my mail to make some specific acrylic nails. I'm horrible at it, so I need some practice. You are not horrible at it if you're having a good time. I constantly say this. If you're having a good time, you're the smartest person in the room. Now, the one wild card we have here is I don't have every colour in the spectrum. I've only got a few. Yes, Mount Tarawera is behind me, and this is Lake Tarawera behind me too. This is the best angle I can get you for you to see the vibrancy of this lake. So, without further ado, let's paint it. Someone can't get out of bed. It's so cold. Carly, yeah, it is cold. It's freezing, and I'm in shorts. Look, at the end of the day, Carly, imagine it was your last day, and every extra minute and second you're in bed for is a minute and a second you'll never get to relive. And if that doesn't make you think, actually, I'll grab a coffee and just see what's happening outside that window, I don't know what will. How's your day going so far? I'm glad you love gingers. I love all people equally. I think if blondes and gingers were super common, we're all like brunette-haired people, black-haired people, but dark hair is the most common, so we all like blondes and gingers and things like this. I really think we just like what's hard to reach. Personally, I like my colour of hair. I like brown. I'm a simple guy. Linda from Sweden, welcome on in. Right, first colours first. We're going to get a bunch of purple onto the brush. We're going to start by adding the first mountain into the picture. This is the top of Mount Tarawera. That's the top mountain. And then it sneaks over here at the side of the lake. It bolsters up a wee bit. And all this is Māori owned land, as I understand it. And it's protected as part of this beautiful part of Tarawera. There's a track that goes the whole way around the mountain. Well, I love gingers. I think we all know that you love gingers the most. This is not a surprise for anyone in this chat. But I like all people equally. I think everyone's got something fun to offer. There we go. See that? That's the mountain. Right there. Just like that. And then up through here is going to be very surprising. It would be. Speck it out. Big, naughty tree. It comes the whole way down. Naughty tree. It comes the whole way down. And a few little ferns, just like this, pocket around these areas, right the way to the edge here. And there's a walking track that sneaks down there between the fern here and the fern there. And then one more little walking track just down in front of the house, down through there. Beautiful. And on this far side, what do we have? Kind of a big shrubbery. And then all of this is water. There's one buoy right about there. There's a duck over here. And the rest is water. That's all sky. So now the next step. Let's get over the coals first off. Good morning, Samara. Welcome on in. And David, welcome on in too. We've done our first guidelines, team. Our guidelines are complete. That's what we want the overall picture to look like. A tree coming up here, sort of covering or overcasting that mountain. The mountain's way in the distance, the water here, and the scene down the bottom here with sky above. Now, we're going to do a weird technique today. Weird technique. Because it's earlier in the morning, and we've got that amazing glaze on the lake and in the sky, we're going to start with a lake in the sky. Such a naughty technique. This is basically not going from dark to light this time. We're going to start in that area, not with this brush either. Go smaller. We're going to start in, there we go. The light colours, we're going to move towards the dark colours. This is one for one, completely different from what we normally do. And the colours we're getting here, the flat reflections of that water on the lake, just like that. Over this side, sort of ricochet down this way, a little bit deeper, and they actually flatten just like there on the lake. Beautiful. And then on the bottom here, they do sneak out between those ferns just a little bit. Actually the whole way. There we go. That's exactly what we're after. Right the way to the edge there, down in here. Beautiful. Now, next colour. I need some blue. Lots of blue. Hey Matthew, how you doing? I've been drawing a lot since my childhood, but after I got sick, I stopped drawing. Well, you can get back into it. Nothing's stopping you. Go have some fun. Enjoy yourself. Hey Birdie, how we doing? Speaking of Birdie, I'm whispering at the moment, and the reason I'm whispering is I'm hoping there's a big tree here, and tuis and kiddidoos have been landing in it. Are two native New Zealand birds, and if I keep my voice down, they might come back and hang out with me. Otherwise, that noise was a tui. Otherwise, if I speak too loudly, I scare away the birds. So, gently soft. Joe, how you doing, mate? Welcome on in. That was another tui. Okay. Now, this is a colour that Shelley made me buy yesterday. It wasn't actually in my colour repertoire until yesterday. This is teal. We've pumped a lot of turquoise, but no teal. Spliced it in with a bit of white, titanium white. And now we're just going to add it in here. And this is the first colour I'm going to put into the sky. Now, that sun's starting to come up and it's hitting us amazingly. Amazingly. So I'm going to spin around slightly. I'm not going to leave you behind, guys. I'm going to bring you around with me. You're just going to be on a slightly different angle, if you don't mind. How do you feel if I put you right there? It's chilly out here today, but it's worth it. It's so totally worth it. If we weren't out today, we might miss this insanely beautiful weather we're dealing with. And now you're on that angle, you can actually see the mountain and the tree that's inspiring these two parts of the work. These other parts through here, you can start to see the reflection, the early layers of building up texture on that water, and the big flat sky that we just coated. My hands are freezing, but it's worth it, guys. Vincey, welcome on in. And Birdie, you can right now. We'll be here for a little bit. So if you want to pull out an easel and literally paint on what you see behind me, now's your chance. Now, let's get a little bit. Next colour. What's the next colour going to be? Glynis? Of course I am. It's hard not to be up bright and early on a day like this. G'day, Steve. Steve was touching base with me earlier and trying to figure out why I hadn't been up in Auckland yet. And this is why. Down in this area, down this incredible part of New Zealand, like I was saying earlier, this is the place where the pink and white terraces used to be. Now this is the yellow from that sunrise. It's sneaking in behind those mountains. That's the next part we're going to capture. It's sneaky, sneaky sunrise coming up. We're going to capture it with a series of brush strokes. We can tell where I've been, what I've been doing, and how I've been doing it. But through these brush strokes, I'm going to show you a gradient. So the plan is to work a gradient gently into it as I do this. Like this. I'm not big on mixing gradients, guys. It's not my style. I like to put two colours right beside each other and let the human eye mix the colours. It kind of shows more respect to the viewer of the artwork. I don't need to blend the colours perfectly so to tell you what to see. I'll show you two colours I saw and you can imagine what the gradients in the pictures were. Ryan, we're trying to attract birds closer. Psst, Ryan, there's a tree here beside me. It's a big one. I'll spin you around to look at it. That one. And I'm hoping, Ryan, I'm hoping upon hoping that if I whisper, perhaps some of the bird life will come and join me in the tree. And I'll get to enjoy a few twies. Did you hear that? Anyway, if they don't come back, I'll talk loud again. But at the moment, I haven't given up hope. Now I'm going to do a bit of this. I want to do this white. Here we go. And this. That's the colour of the top of the skin. Just like this. See how I'm going for that gradient too? See, I'm not getting caught up slowly doing brush strokes. And guys, if you do send any messages, just make sure yeah, good, Ryan, you're on the right track. Just whisper the messages back. The intention you put behind the text you write, make sure it's quiet. No capital letters. You'll scare the birds away. They'll sense the vibe. G'day, goodness. What part of New Zealand are you from? I live in Auckland, but this is the part of New Zealand I'm from. This is Rotorua, and I'm from a little bit north of Rotorua in the Bay of Plenty. That was 4 tuis. 4 of them. You can hear them talking, that's why we're whispering. A judge canvas. You can hear them talking, that's why we're whispering. A judge canvas. You bought a huge canvas, waiting for the right day outside of Hamilton. Glennis, can I tell you one thing? I don't feel like the perfect day ever comes. I think when you start looking for the perfect day, it becomes the most elusive thing to find in the whole world. But if you decide today is the perfect day, then every day becomes a possibility and you can get out there and make it happen. That's not some cheesy inspirational speech. That's the fact. Today, I could be lying in bed and say it's too cold, and it is cold. But if I did that, we wouldn't be here seeing this and being a part of this. And so, rain, hail, or shine, get the canvas, get out there. And if it rains everywhere, oh, that's a pity. But you know what? If you bring your raincoat, you'll be fine. You can scrape the canvas down and start again the next day. But sometimes the best paintings I've ever made, the most satisfying times I ever have, is when I go out and I know it's going to rain, and then it doesn't, and I get whole beaches and whole tracks and whole places all to myself. See you in the rain. Oh, seen you in the rain. Yes, indeed you have. I thought you were, I thought that was your resolve. Like, I'll see you in the rain. I was like, that's a powerful comment, Glennis. Come on out there and get started. Okay, let's see about this. Like, I'll see you in the rain. I was like, that's a powerful comment, Glennis. Come on out there and get started. Okay, let's see about this. That was just the exact line of those mountains that we just needed to actually get bang on. Because if we didn't, it wouldn't be these mountains. So that line needed to be right. Tiago, welcome on in. And new camera angle, it is. Because if I didn't have it on this angle here, and sorry, I feel like a little person in a little, I feel like I'm speaking up to someone, but it's good having you here because that way you can see what's happening behind me here. I agree, make every day a beautiful day. No caps, good call. And Jay, welcome on in, Jay. This is painting a landscape in Tarawera, New Zealand. Here, we've been here just on sunrise and we're doing wet on wet, which means the whole canvas is already wet when we started this work. Already wet. Which means that all these new strokes that we're adding are literally whatever paint is on the brush plus the white and linseed that's underneath. This is the first time in the work that I acknowledge some of these bigger reflections. The casting across the canvas. There we go. Beautiful. And over here, this cheers casting on too. Perfect. Beautiful. Disgustingly beautiful, guys. Yeah, thanks, Ryan. disgustingly beautiful, guys. Yeah, thanks, Ryan. Birds are the best you've ever painted birds, Seb. Confused, they're very relaxing to watch. I used to watch Bob Ross while falling asleep. Oh well, good to have you here. We're actually doing a similar painting technique too today to what Bob Ross does. It'll come out differently. Imagine Bob Ross mixed with Monet and Picasso. That's what we're doing here today. So it's not going to have the same realism that Bob Ross has. It's not going to have the same realism that Bob Ross has. It's not going to have the but we do have an irrefutable little bit of flavour that we can't escape that'll add into the work. Our own little style. You can't escape that. If someone says, oh no, I paint like so and so. Oh no, I do it like I'm a modernist painter. Yeah, cool. You may fit into that category, but you will have your own inescapable character and style. I'm a modernist painter. Yeah, cool. You may fit into that category, but you will have your own inescapable character and style. Now, next colour. Not that one. This one. First time you've seen me paint from scratch. Alright. It's making strides. Well, this isn't how we start all painting from scratch. This is special for this one. But, what an incredible chance to see how I do oils from scratch. Start out in the light colours, or at least this one did. Got a bit of glare, do we? I don't know, I reckon it's a pretty cool angle, Mark. Do we have a bit of glare? How do we feel about our angle, guys? I think it looks pretty cool. Great view from God view. That sounds good. Cool angle. Bueno. Yeah, cool. I was hoping that would be the case, guys, because I would kind of enjoy this angle too. We need to hurry because the light changes so rapidly around here that our ability to capture this artwork, though it's still present, will change drastically over the next 2-3 hours. So we need to make sure that before that happens, we've captured what we need to capture in this painting. Now, if you're wondering what the saw is, there is a construction project happening on a new house 3 or 4 doors down from here. So we will hear a bit of noise from yeah, Mika. So we're gonna hear a bit more of that as time goes on. Oh, that's a bit too light. A little bit more of the blue, and then we're going to be ready to charge on. Yes, Mika, this is a lake in Vegas, so this is Rotorua, Vegas. As a joke, they call the Rotorua Rotor Vegas. It's not really Vegas, guys, but it's a title. That's 4 tuis in a tree just above our heads. That's why we're whispering. There may have been a bluebell in there too, but let's grab a little cloth tank. Not so much. Yeah, fun weather. A few of these, just getting rid. Some of that potent colour. Your spirit animal. Tui. That's pretty cool. Tui. That's pretty cool. But we're just about exactly where we want to be. Just about. Oh, Jamie. No hablo español. But welcome on in. I like. Te amo tú. Was that te amo? I love. I like. Me encanta. Me encanta. That's another way to say it. Okay. Let me move you guys back here a little bit, because we're about to start hammering. If you look at it right now, it's a little bit pale, and that's okay. But the next step is going to be to deepen the colours. And we're still using this bristly brush. Thick, buttery strokes. That's the plan. Thick, buttery strokes. One after another. After another. After another. Now, I think I'm going to leave you up there a little bit higher, but I might twist you around ever so... Oh no, I think you're fine there. Are you guys fine there? I think you're good there. It's ultra cold here in Tarawera. Yeah, it is pretty cold, but the builders are out building a house. The painters are out painting a mountain. And that's pretty much everyone. The painters are out painting a mountain. And that's pretty much everyone. This is the, put that mountain in there. There's a massive tree here. We're going to capture that next. It doesn't obscure the mountain completely, but it's over the top. And that's why we painted the mountain first, so you can see it. Through the trees, little bristles. Buttery strokes, guys. Buttery, thick strokes. More than anything, we want that colour saturation. Where we say ultramarine blues, it must land and be thick. You can always come back and add more too. You don't need to get way too overexcited. Unstable connection. Good connection. Unstable connection. Good connection. Wonderful. Guess what we just got given, guys? We just got. I'll show you in one moment. Pause. Stop. Everyone stop. Copy down. Hey Mark, welcome on in. Mark, I recognise that name. Were you here another day? And I thought it was my connection. Keep freezing like the weather. No, I think it's me, guys. It's definitely me. Because I'm on a Starlink at the moment. And sometimes it just phases out and gives an unstable connection. Mark's like, I'm always here, baby. I'm always here. I'm hanging around. Well, welcome on in, Mark. It's a good coffee. It's a good coffee. A dirty filter coffee, but my lord, it's a good one. It's a good coffee. It's a good coffee. A dirty filter coffee, but my lord, it's a good one. The deep, dark hills of eastern Kentucky. That's the place where our friends of bloodline. It's there I sit over hillside gravestone. You live harder. Stay down there. Mate, I'm an art college graduate, was damn good at drawing and painting. Alright, perfect. I'm useless at both those things. I'm trying to figure it out. Wow, what a beautiful painting. And a beautiful view. Thank you. Look at this place. Look what we found ourselves today. Chris, hey mate, how you doing? Oh, it's a hot cup though. Whew, it's a hot cup. Burns as it goes down just a little bit. Can I'm gonna do something naughty here. Are you in private sight? Don't know what you mean. Is it chilly there? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is it chilly? Tell you what. Freezing my tootsies off over here. This is, great question. It's not Taupo, but I can see how you get that vibe. This is Rotorua. Now, we're about to take some creative license here. tiny. Need some more magenta. Hey, thanks, Lewis. Have a wonderful day, Lewis. Are you on the way, are you? I thought you'd just come in. But either way, good to have you here. And if you're off to enjoy your day, go enjoy it. What was that noise? Alright, so, we've got lots of wildlife around right now. We've got tuis, we've got bellbirds, we've got kittidoos, and we've got a couple of Homo sapiens across here. And the Homo sapiens have actually got to the stage where they're actually able to build, and they're building a house. And so what you're hearing is a common tool of the Homo sapien species, which is a drop saw. A beautiful sound to be part of this natural landscape. Ooh. That's fun. I don't think I've ever been to that island before. New Plymouth over Christmas. New Year's in London. I've never ever spent a New Year's. Never ever spent a New Year's in New Plymouth before. Christmas in New Plymouth. Never ever spent a New Year's in New Plymouth before. Christmas in New Plymouth. Ooh, windy. And Mika. Not my backyard, but it is the backyard of someone. Well, I do stay around Tarawera a lot. New Year's, yeah, nice. Bubba's name's Cooper. So for those who don't know, my little darling baby girl, my daughter, is called Cooper. Cooper. And I often call her Coopercita when she's been naughty. Coop DeVille. Well, it was the cool thing about Cooper is it wouldn't have mattered if it was a boy or a girl. So we were able to select it and call her Cooper long before we actually knew whether we had a boy or a girl, which I kind of like. And thank you very much, I appreciate that. I like it. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful name. Yeah. I didn't realise how much I'd like a unisex name until I actually gave Cooper one. I thought, that's so good. Like, there's a long period, if you know the gender, where it's literally like, oh, it could be Cooper, or it could be Sam, it could be, what's the name here? It could be John, or it could be Josie. And you're like, that's kind of fun. That's actually kind of fun, actually, those two. But if you do have a name that can go for both genders, then it's really cool, because regardless, before you know, there's a couple of months there where you're like referring to it as Cooper. Big fan of that. And I'm going to bring you around here just a little bit more, team, and put you there. How do you feel? Do you like that? Yeah, that's fun. There's the mountain, there's that tree, there's the water, and here's the artist. Everything you could need. Right, look it that way. Casper's a fun name. Degree. And snake ringer, welcome on back. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing fantastically. This is Tarawera. So we're at Tarawera. That's Mount Tarawera behind me. This is the place where the pink and white terraces used to be. A couple of k's that way. And we're painting today in a style very, very similar to Monet's. Not because we're trying to copy Monet, but because with the kind of light we're trying to capture, that same impressionist, small brush stroke but thick paint style, that's what will do this place the most justice. Next colour. Cheers, Shimon, I appreciate that. And Pisa. I'm great, how you doing? Now guys, there's going to be a bit of an update soon. For the core team, the subs, we've got a new couple of emojis. I was making them last night. I was up till about 1, just playing around. I've got some really, really cool ones to bring out. Just playing around. I've got some really, really cool ones to bring out. Morning, grassroots beyond Mahia. Welcome on in. Leandro, thank you so much for joining in. I really appreciate the compliment. The way he sees colours wows me. Well, we're definitely having some fun here, Leandro. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Hello, sorry I got here. When did you start the artwork? Sally, we started about... Someone will need to help me here. How long ago did we start? Oh, I appreciate that, guys. This is a beautiful, beautiful place in New Zealand right now. We've got birds chirping. Leandro is perfect, perfect. We've got birds chirping, the sun's still on the rise, and is perfect, perfect. We've got birds chirping, the sun's still on the rise, and I don't need it. This is Lake Tarawera. Lake Tarawera is where the pink and white terraces used to be. So it's a pretty magnificent place on planet Earth. Hard to compare it to almost anywhere else. It's unique in its own special way. So it's an honour, it's an absolute honour that we get to be painting here today. Pardon me. Alright, let's colour. Birds and some fantails.
5K depot race. That place is fucking cheap, man. You can get a 7-piece kitchen, appliance set, like range hood, cooktop, oven, okay? Oh, I don't even know. Fucking fridge, everything else this one's still running. And for like $3.5 grand, man. Yeah, or how shit it actually is. Yeah. Makes you wonder though how it's like why are they so much cheaper?
Axel, manifest. Hope you have an amazing day today. Thank you very much. You know, we have had some rough weather in Tarawera lately. It's been hammering down with rain, but now that's all past. We've just got great sunny days. Be it cold, but sunny days. My best easel. That's the one we're currently using. I love this easel. I have a soft spot for this easel. This is an easel you can pack down, set back up. It's the most malleable easel I've ever owned. Whenever I go travelling anywhere, this is the easel. Malleable easel I've ever owned. Whenever I go travelling anywhere, this is the easel. Malleable easel I've ever owned. Whenever I go travelling anywhere, this is the easel. Down to a small brush. You want to buy an easel to know what one? That's a deeply personal choice to decide which easel you like. Some people love those ones that pack up like my one does into a small parcel. Some people love them with 3 strong legs that just really hold down and are best used indoors. Some like the ones that fold up into a box so you can carry their paints with their whole set. Honestly, there's no right answer to that question. It's your preference. Pinned a comment. Like, tap, share. Oh, thanks, Jay Smith. I appreciate that. We've made it to 15,000 likes. You're absolute champions. And by this stage, you can probably start seeing the formation of the Hurikawa tree, almost obscuring Mount Tarawera, but you can see it behind it. Mount Tarawera is here, and Tarawera is important, but I didn't want the mountain to be the focus of the work, and so I've let the tree, just like as you see behind me here, obscure the mountain a little bit, but you still see its faint outline behind it. And then I wanted the water and the sky to reflect each other, one for one. And then the bottom here, where we are, larger, thicker brush strokes. Just an area to loosen up and make it feel like the whole thing gets closer and the painting lays itself at your feet. That's the goal. So thick, long, wild brush strokes down here, reflecting the sky and the water. Hurikawa rising up, obscuring that mountain slightly. And we've sort of locked in our colour palette. This is where we want to be. I want to create this place with that beautiful, subtle, it's a phthalo green. That's the only green we're using in the picture. We're not using stark yellows. We want that soft morning light, so Naples yellow. And then the dark colour, the blacks you see in the work, that's coming from a purple, dioxide purple, which is still dark, but it's not completely black. I can't see perfect blacks out there. I just see this deep, luscious colour in the nature, which we're using purple for. In our blues, we're jumping between 3 different blues: cerulean, French aquamarine, and I think, no, just 2. Cerulean and French aquamarine, and then a mixture of the phthalo green gets that blend in between them. And then apart from those colours, everything else is just pure white mixed in to change the colours within and in between them. And then apart from those colours, everything else is just pure white mixed in to change the colours within the greens that we see. But we still want those morning pastel tones, because what we're capturing here is as the sun comes up, this almost holy place gets highlighted. And there we go. Holy heck, that painting is looking incredible. Holy. That's what we're after. These pastel tones that make it holy. So, like Alice Paul. She's got a song called Holy. You're very capable. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, do I do art classes? No. But, that being said, there's no physical art class you can go to, but you can hang out here. And in these lives, nothing's hidden. I'm going to be as vulnerable and exposed as I can be. And by doing that, and any questions you have, I'm just straight up answer as closely and as accurately as I can. And by doing that, you can get an insight into this way of making art. Now, this isn't the only way to make art. There's Impressionism, there's abstract, futurism, modernism, all these funny, wild terms for different kinds of art. They're all slightly different. They're all just different roads converging on the same city, which I believe is made of connection, feeling, well, let's just simplify it down even more. Connection and love. That's essentially what made all the Monet's and Van Gogh's collection. Monet's love for plein air outdoor painting. Monet's love for seeing colour and capturing it on a surface with raw, wild, saturated pigments right beside each other. Monet's love for just creating and the joy of feeling paint flow. Love. And that connecting factor. The reason you paint in the first instance is to make something that says, I am here. And then the next person can see it. And then through the artwork, the artwork's kind of like a phone line between creator and viewer. So that actually, through space and time, whether it's years apart, whether it's kilometres apart, miles from America, no matter how you connect, you and them can have the same experience. Mirror neurons firing in both your brains. If the creator felt something in a particular place, they wanted to capture it or feel it. And the viewer, wherever you are in the world, can also see it, feel it. That's just... And that's sharing a feeling. That's why a song exists. That's why it exists. One man sings it, one lady sings it, and then someone else hears it, and they feel what that person felt. That's the reason why a painting would exist. Connection and love. So, my job here as the artist is to make sure I put as much love into this work as possible to give it the best possible chance of connecting with someone else, no matter what time they live in. Whether it's in 2 years' time, whether it's in 20 minutes' time, whether it's via a reel or a live, via the original piece or a print of it. That I put as much love in as possible into this work so they can actually feel that. And we, whether we know each other or not, can connect. Art's fundamental purpose. He says, well, he stares into the sun. The sun's actually over there, but it's bright, guys. It's bright. It's coming up strong. Karina? Is it Karina or Karina? Karina? Karina or Karina? Welcome on in. Sorry for the silence, guys. I can't help while I'm here but to listen to the birds and breathe in this landscape. Breathe it in. So if I pause for a while, just to paint, you'll have to forgive me, but where's that blue? La da da dee da do, da 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 da. now the birds are landing in the tree behind me. That's kind of fun. Beautiful place. New Zealand looks like a dream for strangers. It's a dream for everyone. It's a beautiful, beautiful place on planet Earth. And now that I flick back and have a look at what you guys can see and what we've made here, we're doing pretty well. That is that. That's the colours we wish to capture. Yeah. If I spin you around a little bit so you can see, that's the exact view. And here's what we've made. You ready? If I spin you around a little bit so you can see, that's the exact view. And here's what we've made. You ready? I'm loving it. If I was going to give this work a compliment, I would say that the colour palette is absolute fire. Absolute fire. Well, there's no cadmium red, so there's no fire in it, but it's figuratively fire. Big fan. Big fan. Right. Righty-tighty, Mr. Mighty. Ultramarine blue. We got a little clan of people here, but that's kind of fun. A small group. A small group of little voyagers heading into the realm of paint and artistic realization. I wonder if we put more ultramarine blue into that sky. There's definitely a temptation to. Just wonder if it's the right move to make. Maybe it's a little bit too on the nose dark for that sky. Chuck some. I think we'll chuck some white paint through it. Thin it out a wee bit, and then put that through the sky. Alright, team. We pause there. Let's let that sit for a moment. And, I'll see what we come back and touch it on next. Thanks, Samuel. I appreciate that. So, big fan. Anyway, guys, I'm about to disappear. LJ, you're just too late. I'm going to, that's all good. I can't stay either. I'm about to disappear as well. So, look after yourselves, guys. Thanks for joining in. Here's what we've made. We had some fun. Cheers, guys. Bye now.